Hey guys, Tommy from the Skit Guys here. Just a quick note, this podcast is releasing in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, we recorded it several weeks before the outbreak started. So, listen, the episode's good for a laugh, but we just want to make sure you know that we weren't ignoring the reality that we're all living in. It hadn't happened yet by the time when we were recording this. You'll really notice that near the end, when we talk about Easter plans, as though, nobody's sheltered in homes right now because of, at the time, well, nobody was. So we say, please forgive us if it sounds insensitive to be making big plans for Easter, when in reality, Easter will likely look very different for all of us this year. So it could be a nice little break from this crazy reality that we're living in right now. So hopefully I've explained it. I know I've over-explained it. Anyway, thank you for understanding. We pray for your good health and that you have a great Easter. Now, please go wash your hands.
It's the Skit Guys Podcast, starring Tommy Woodard and Eddie James. And now, two guys who always think that milk is a bad choice, the Skit Guys.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Spring is in the air.
April showers.
April Fools.
Right.
Hello. There's a lot of fools out there in April, aren't there?
That is true.
Just doing their thing.
Just doing their April Fool's thing.
Wouldn't it be great on April Fools if it wasn't really jokes, but if it was just people just being foolish, just be like, just being
Or
crazy.
what if you had to legally claim I'm a fool? Like the
Legally
government
claim.
required you. If you're a fool on April 1st, we need you to register.
Register?
Did you guys get registered?
Oh, see what Jen did there? Just threw one in.
I was
Little
going
zinger.
to, but I couldn't figure out where it was.
Little
where to
zinger.
register. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you're foolish. You wouldn't even know where to go. You'd be showing up at Target going, I'm here to register.
By the way, if
Yeah.
you've never read it, Fools by Neil Simon. Very funny play.
A play?
Yeah, called
Yeah.
Fools. It is about a Russian village who's been struck dumb, and they're all fools.
Oh.
And one person comes in. It's very funny.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Is the one person that comes in, is he not a
Right.
fool?
That person, if I remember it correctly, yeah, they're not a fool.
Yeah.
And there's this line who's like, Lydia, draw the curtains. I can't draw curtains. I can draw a cat or a dog. It's totally
Yeah.
foolish. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you said they were all struck dumb, I thought you meant they couldn't talk. I was trying to imagine a play where
everyone's
nobody
silent?
can talk except the one guy that
Except the
comes
one
to
guy?
town.
Yeah.
In about minute 40, he's like, why won't you talk? God.
It's very avant-garde.
Yeah. Neil Simon plays, though, when we were in high school and
Yeah.
you'd watch someone
Oh.
hi, I'm going to do
And
Fools by Neil
contest.
Simon in
Yeah,
contest.
yeah.
And they would act out parts.
Yeah.
I remember Fools, Audience, we would do pieces of scripts for
Yeah.
contest, and one of them would be like a humorous duet where one person would act out 6 characters.
Right.
So Fools was one of the most boring pieces.
Yeah.
Because Neil Simon,
He's a thinker.
he's a thinker, yeah. And so the comedy, like you just did right there, is very kind of
Right.
instead
It's
of
got to be
over.
played well.
Yes.
And
yes.
mostly in high school, you can't.
No.
play
and
it
most Neil Simon plays too. I don't know about Fools, but
Yeah.
most of them, there's usually one angsty guy who's drinking a whole bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, probably so.
And so in high school, you'd have one guy doing that, and you're
Yeah.
like,
No,
why,
that doesn't seem right.
Why are you
Why
doing,
are you doing that?
You don't need to do
Yeah.
that, fella.
Yeah.
I would say that
Come
a
on,
lot.
fella.
I would say
Come
that a lot.
on.
I would be in the back going, come on, fella.
Come on, fella.
Of all the scripts, fella.
I don't think so.
Well, anyway, I guess kind of our conversation has been a little foolish, hasn't it? Perfect for April.
We've set things up perfectly for April.
Oh, Jen, what do you find foolish? Since it is April, and
Other than us.
Have other
than us.
We're off
Didn't I
the
make that
table.
obvious?
Yeah.
Other than
Other
us.
than us, yeah.
So they will hear this after April Fools.
Right.
Right.
For this year, but who knows? I
Right.
mean, year 2025, they may be listening to it on April Fool's Day
Or on Christmas.
or on Christmas
Right.
or March 30th.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or September 30th.
Who knows? That's
Who
my
knows?
birthday.
What?
My dad's birthday.
What do you find foolish just in life? Like
life in general.
Okay, that's foolish. And we don't use the word foolish, but what do you
No.
kind of find of like, oh, come on.
Foolish sounds gentle and kind.
Right.
Yeah, we say idiot.
Yeah, there's a lot of words I can
Right.
come up with.
Right.
I mean, the first thing that came to my mind is bad drivers.
Oh.
And especially those who, I was just talking with someone from California about this the
Yeah.
other day, and he has driven around Colorado and referenced what I'm going to tell you about.
Yes.
And it drives him nuts too. So it was kind of funny to me. It also drives my husband crazy. But we have these right turn lanes that are protected turn lanes.
Uh-huh.
So you don't have to stop on a red light because the lane just goes into its own very brand new lane in the road. But people will stop.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you were
That's
going to say
really
those
annoying.
lanes were foolish. And I'm like, that's a super smart
No,
lane.
the lane is brilliant.
It's the
the people who stop
people.
in them
Yeah.
that are frustratingly foolish.
Yeah.
That would be a come on, fella.
Come on.
Come on, fella.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Pulling up behind them
Yeah.
and having to stop?
Oh, I'd pull up beside him.
Yeah.
Come on, fella.
Come on, fella.
I may bring that back.
You don't have to stop, fella.
Okay, that would be foolish.
So is fella your go-to word for fool now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
fella.
instead of fool.
Come on, fella. What would be yours? What's just in everyday life you go, that's foolish.
Oh.
Not that you would use the word
yeah.
per se.
That's a great question. Jen had such a good one. I feel
was
like I
good.
need to
It
come
was
up
so
with something
quick, too.
really good.
That was impromptu.
You
That
know.
wasn't even written down.
Yeah. I think, I think what is foolish is like, I'll use this example. You'll understand it. You'll probably understand it too. But like when you're on an airplane and something goes wrong and you've landed, but they can't get the plane where it needs to go. And people like openly are griping like somebody in the plane can fix it, like the other day, and the captain, just the other day happened, the captain comes on and said, folks, I'm really sorry, we've got to, and this guy goes, oh yeah, you are, and I was like, that's so foolish.
That deserves that. Come on, fella.
Right?
Right?
Yes.
Come on, fella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's out of, anyway, foolish.
foolish.
How about you?
It would be kind of probably in the same vein. I was trying to listen and think at the same time.
that's a
because
challenge.
Podians, it's not like we don't have an outline, but then we just get a rabbit trail.
Right.
And we go with it.
Yeah.
Which is probably why you like listening to us. Maybe, I don't know.
Right?
That would be the kind of quirky stuff that you're going, that just doesn't even make sense. Like common sense, that doesn't even make sense.
Like what?
I'm trying to think. When, oh my goodness. Like I'm just going
Come
blank
on,
on
fella.
something,
You got
right?
this.
Come on, fella.
Come on, fella.
Come on, fella.
This was your question.
I know, right? It was an impromptu. I thought by the time it would get to me, like my brain would go, click, there it is. And it's not happening.
Nope.
Like when there's something it's the thing, right? Common sense isn't common anymore.
Right.
It's people who are on their phone in a public space.
Yes, that would be foolish.
And the audio is coming out. They're watching some video.
Come
and you're
on,
just
fella.
like, come on, fella.
That would be foolish.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is foolish. And more people are doing
Oh, yes.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
yes, like we'll be on an airplane
Yeah.
and you will, and everybody's settled in, and then all of a sudden, and you turn and you see someone with their phone right up to their face,
Yeah.
listening, and you're
Yeah.
going, and I know I would look like just Turdinsky if I
Yes.
were to say, hi,
Yes.
do you need some headphones,
Fella?
fella?
Well, there was a woman on the plane a few times back that started playing like Candy
Yes.
Crush on her iPad, full board.
Bing.
And like, you don't even need sound for that. That makes zero sense.
There was one time we were on a plane and someone was doing something.
Yeah.
The mom was doing something, and the
Right.
daughter said, "Mom, will you please put in
Oh,
some headphones?"
it was the same one. That was the same one. It was Candy Crush Lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are that would be foolishness to me.
The number of people, all this is geared around airports now because that's what I'm thinking of, that are walking through the airport with headphones on. So they can't hear the world around them at all.
Yeah.
And, you've got the guy coming down the deal going, excuse cart, please. Excuse cart, please. And they have no idea they're about to be mowed over.
Right.
Because they got their headphones on.
Which is more foolish, though? The people with the headphones or the guy saying, excuse the card, please?
He's just doing his job.
Sometimes, though, the way they say
Oh,
it.
come on, fella. He's just doing his job.
Foolish.
He's just doing his job.
It's foolish.
You're making fun of the way he talks now.
No, I'm not.
That's the way I'm getting.
Excuse the cart, please. Excuse the cart, please.
I prefer the ones with the horns. Yeah.
I
It
would
gets the
prefer
point across a lot quicker.
I'd prefer there not be carts in the airport. That would be my preference.
My parents might disagree with you on that. They appreciate
They ride the carts. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, right now, all I can see Jen's, I can see Jen's face through the microphone.
Yeah, I just see your eyes.
Yeah, I just see your eyes, too.
Oh, through my little microphone arm?
Yeah, arm. That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to think of. Arm.
I'm
yeah.
there. Come on, fella. It's an
Yeah.
arm.
It's a different setup today.
It is. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're talking about questions, let's just go into questions, and we'll
Let's
save
do
these
it.
other things towards the end.
Great.
What do you
Yeah.
think of that?
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
I mean,
way to
that's,
go.
That was a good question.
That was a good question
That-
Yeah. I
that
got
you
things
didn't really have an
moving.
answer for, but
didn't.
you're good.
Well, but you helped me.
I did.
You
We're
helped me.
friends,
Yeah, friends forever.
buddy. Fella, you got that one.
Come
good.
on, fella.
Come on, fella.
That may be the name of this podcast.
Come on,
Come on,
fella.
fella.
Let me write that down.
Come on,
Come
fella.
on, fella.
Come on, fella. Have you noticed the Walter?
No, huh?
What's
No.
He left.
Yeah.
He's gone. He decided not to listen to us.
For those of you who are listening, what Eddie's referring to is the producer of
producer.
The man in the booth.
the man in the booth.
He decided.
He had all of Skid Guys he could handle.
He looked at us
Yeah.
and went, "Come
Nope.
on,
Come on,
fella."
fellas.
I guess that really
Yeah.
does officially make me the coordinator for this episode.
Yeah,
huh?
that's right.
Not
That's
the
right.
producer.
Not the
Good.
producer.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're just a coordinator.
I'm just going to coordinate it.
Jen's the coordinator for this, everybody.
Hey,
All
come
right.
on, fella.
Come on, fella.
Come on, fella.
It's April Fellas Day.
Okay.
So,
Questions.
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
I
like-
mean, I have like 100.
let's do
Wow.
it. Now,
We'll see what you
We're going
guys
to do
can
all
handle.
100?
we're kind of yammery.
Yeah, that's
We're
true.
kinda
There's no
blathery.
way we're
Okay.
getting through 100.
Yeah.
We
Did
Did
can
you say
break
blathery?
it up.
Break it up. Yeah, we blather.
Blather.
Yeah, blather.
That's a good word.
Yeah. You know when
like
someone
It's a
that.
good visual word.
droning
Yeah.
on and on and on.
Like you
That's what
can
we do.
picture blathering.
Blather. You
I
just-
heard
yeah,
I heard blathering. And that's totally different.
totally. That, come on, fella.
Come on, fella.
Come on, fella.
Don't be blathering.
All right, fellas.
Okay.
Ooh.
Shall we start with question 1?
Yes.
Let's do it. Yeah,
Sure.
let's do it.
Why not?
Come
Okay,
on.
now you're going to have to be very explicit with your words to help the audience be able to see the answer to this question.
This podcast has explicit material.
Oh boy,
Warning.
not like that. So, what was the last picture you took with your phone?
The last picture.
Well, I happen to have my phone right here.
That's
And
a
they have
great
pulled their phones out.
All right.
Do
Do you understand now why I said you're going to have to?
Yeah. that was-
Yeah, not explicit in an inappropriate way, but
Oh dear.
Okay. Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
My last picture was taken, and it is of my daughter.
Today's her birthday.
For her, the day that we're recording this is her birthday, and I got her. So it's a picture. I'll show you the picture.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
All right. You don't know, right?
Yeah, I thought it was real.
I know. Exactly. Right? So it is, we had breakfast today for my daughter's birthday, and what I got her for her birthday is this pillow that looks like a real seal, like a baby seal. And she saw it one day. She was at the house visiting because she's in college. She's visiting, and she's, scrolling through Instagram. And she's like, oh my gosh, oh. And I was like, what? And she's like, look at this. It's like, it looks like a real seal, and it's a pillow, and it's soft, and da-da-da. So while she was there looking at it, I got online and ordered one for her. So
very
she was
sweet.
super excited. She was laughing. She totally forgot about it.
I love
and
that.
so, yeah.
Aw,
Anyway.
I love that.
That's it, little Abby with her little seal.
I need to wish her a happy birthday.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, this is par for core for Eddie James.
Let me see before you tell about it.
Electronically dysfunctional. So, audience, what I have a snapshot is basically my my phone log, and for some reason,
voicemail.
It's
my
a
voicemail.
screenshot.
It's a screenshot of my voicemail. Don't know why. It's on there. Don't know why. Don't know how.
Okay, but go to the next one.
Don't
So there's
know
a story
why.
that goes with
Don't
it, right?
know how.
Because people may not know in our friendship throughout life, I'm kind of your technical support, right?
Yes, as I was driving here, I was talking to Tommy on the phone, and because I needed to change my Delta Sky miles to my full name, Edgar Allan James.
Right.
And Tommy was giving me help with that.
But there used to be times that you'd be like, hey, buddy, when are you coming to my house again?
Oh,
right?
friend.
Yeah. We got to fix the Wi-Fi.
friend, have this. No, I can't say half. Most of the stuff electronically in my house is because of you. And Jen's husband, Jay.
Yes.
And yes.
A couple of the things in your house I can actually control from my phone.
Yes, you can.
It's really true.
Our watering
Yes,
system is
a
you.
sprinkling
You
system,
can turn
yeah.
on my watering
Yes.
system right now if you
That's
wanted
it.
to.
That's it.
Which I'm thankful for.
Occasionally I do.
Yeah. 2 in the morning.
I don't know what happened.
Wow, this grass is green. And poor Jen, she's been sucked up into my electronic illiteracy as well, because there's things I don't know that she has to do too.
Buddy, it's just a creative mind.
It happens.
You have a beautiful mind.
I do. Okay, but here's
Okay.
one before that.
The picture before the screenshot.
is a screenshot
Yeah.
of a Instagram, and I'm going to do this with my daughters. But
Okay.
this is what it said.
Okay.
My dad once wrote a note to us and put it in a drawer. The note said, "If you're scared to tell me something, just bring me this note as a reminder that I'm here to support you. I won't get mad. I will work with you on a solution." Best way to keep your kids talking to you.
Oh, that's really
So
good.
I took a screenshot of that because I'm going to do that.
That's really good.
And this will help me remember to do that.
That's really
Nice.
good.
And this voicemail snapshot will just be on my phone forever and uploaded to the cloud.
What I love is that I'm on there.
Yeah, you are, buddy.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you are, buddy.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Wonder what that voicemail was I left you.
Don't know. It was Friday. It was a minute and a half. What do you think that was, buddy? We were traveling Friday, weren't we? No.
No, we traveled on Saturday. I think it was about Saturday, though.
No.
No.
I know what it was. It was about
Yeah.
plane tickets.
Oh, it was about plane tickets to Canada.
Yep.
Oh, it was about what you're dealing with now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Changing your name
Changing my name.
so we can go out of the country
TSA.
some more.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
right.
Was
Jen,
that
what
good,
was
Jen?
yours? What was yours, Jen?
That's great. Oh, what was mine?
Yeah.
Well, I've been scouting locations today for a photo shoot that we're doing tomorrow.
Oh, who you doing a photo shoot with, Jen?
Just
Wow.
me.
Oh, just you?
Yeah.
Getting some
Just getting some
headshots?
Get some
headshots.
headshots
for you, buddy.
Ollie.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's
I thought you were coming too, Eddie. Did
Nah.
you not get that email?
Uh-uh.
You didn't get the technology. You
I
missed
don't.
that message.
I don't like pictures.
Okay.
I complain about them a lot, but I don't like them. I don't
Feel-
like them.
he feels like it steals his soul.
Oh, it has.
So the last three
I would
things that I
agree.
have, yeah. Okay, the last three things that I have are actually video, but the picture before that
Yeah.
is of a parking garage that is close to one of the places that I thought we would end up, and I was like, I won't remember where that parking garage was, so I'm gonna take a picture of it.
You want us to take pictures in front of that?
Yeah, I thought that cash only sign.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Because that's all we're worth is just some cash.
When we go
Cash.
somewhere, it's cash,
cash
only.
Well, how long are you performing for? Because if it's between 1 minute and an hour, it's $3.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's about what we're worth.
Raising
Yeah.
our rates.
Yeah.
Closed weekends.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
folks.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a good question.
Good question.
I love that
I
question.
approve question 1.
Ding, ding, ding. 99 more to go.
All right, let's
All
go.
right. Moving on. Do you know any big gossips? Now, I will point out that if you say their name on a podcast, does that
Right.
make you a gossip?
Ooh,
I do. I do.
You can reveal their name if you want to, or you can just tell us about them.
I will. My gossip's name is Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, Facebook?
Because Facebook is one big gossip, in my opinion.
That would be a come on, fella.
Right?
Facebook.
Oh.
Facebook is a
Hey.
foolishness.
Hey.
But it sucks me in at the same time.
I'm just saying. Isn't that what you do? That's what people do on Facebook.
Oh.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying.
Or
right?
put this right here.
Yeah. I'm going to put this right, here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you really care, share this. Share
Yeah.
this.
Let's
Yeah.
try to see Satan stop
Yeah.
this one.
I don't. Yes. Or
If you
I'm
really
gonna
love
put-
America. Sorry.
Repost.
You repost. What were you saying?
or I'm gonna do this. I don't know what the answer is, but how would you describe me? Oh my! Come on, fella.
If you're a real friend, you'll respond to this. No, that's but I'm Captain Anti-Social Media, so yeah, that's mine. Mark Zuckerberg, he's a gossip.
I was not expecting that answer. That
I
was
know,
deep.
right?
That was
I
good,
know.
yeah.
Thank
Really
you.
good. That's really good. A gossip would be someone that you get with, and they just have stories to tell, right?
Yeah.
About other people.
About other people's stuff.
But you're like sitting there listening, going, "Oh."
Well, you could be, or the gossip's just the one that's like, I really do know somebody that I would say is a gossip. And I don't like to talk to them because when you do talk to them, they can't help but be like, well, I don't know that you heard, but.
Right.
Or it's this, hey, you really want to be praying for Sherry.
Right.
Don't know if you heard what happened.
Yeah. Or it's the old skit. You didn't get this from me.
Yeah.
What, do you remember that skit?
Hey,
was that Mad TV?
Oh, I don't
or
know.
In Living Color. But there was always two gossips that were sitting on a bench and they're like, you didn't hear this from me. But then they'd go into
yeah.
the thing and then they'd
Full
be like,
on.
you didn't hear this from me, but
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if I know a gossip.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know someone that sits and goes, okay, here's the tea. I'm about to spill the tea. My daughter spills the tea.
There you go. The oldest one?
Yeah.
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 I mean,
But-
not that I would guess.
I think what you said is very interesting, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I would want to be around someone that
Yeah.
was just going to spill the tea on
Ugh,
people.
yeah.
Because I think I would feel gross.
Ugh, it is. It's awful.
You know? Just going,
Yeah.
yeah, you'd feel kind of gross listening to someone just talking about other people.
Yeah, I think most people who are gossips are just low self-esteem people. I mean, because you're just building yourself up by tearing somebody down.
As you degrade that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, or decimate that person.
Yeah,
Yeah. There is Gossip Girl, though. And that's a popular show.
very popular.
Or it was a popular show.
Yeah.
And nobody knew who Gossip Girl was.
I don't know anything about Gossip Girl.
I don't either.
I don't
Who's
either,
on
but
it?
that was going to be my answer.
Was Gossip,
Gossip Girl?
Oh, I did.
And then
I'm
I
so
was
sorry.
going, wait, is that a show or did I imagine that
Who's
that's
in
a
this show?
It was. It was called Gossip Girl, and I think Kristen Bell. I think whoever's in
Oh,
Frozen.
Yeah, that's Kristen Bell.
yeah, Married
Was
to
Gossip
Dax.
Girl? Yeah.
It's called Gossip Girl.
Huh.
Yeah, when they took off Veronica Mars.
Oh,
I think she still had a contract left, so she
Yeah.
started doing voiceover for Gossip Girl. And then they revealed her. Is that it? And then they revealed her as I don't know if they revealed her.
There was a Gossip Girl in 2007 to 2012 that starred Blake Lively.
Was
But it
voiceover?
doesn't have Kristen Bell, but then there was one in 2020 that had Kristen Bell.
Oh,
Or
maybe she's the
in
new
here?
Gossip
I don't
Girl.
know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's somebody right now on our audience going, no,
No,
they're
this is what it is.
They're talking to
Oh my
us.
gosh! And they're probably going, "Come,
Come
on,
on,
fella!
fella!
Come
Come on, fella!"
on!"
So, okay. Well, there's
you
your
go.
there's your
There you
answers
go.
on that. There
Mark
you go.
Zuckerberg and Eddie's oldest daughter.
Spilling the tea. Spilling the tea.
But hold on. Like your daughter, she's not really a gossip.
No,
She's just very open.
Yeah.
Like she will always tell you her opinion and her thoughts on things.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she'll preface it with tea.
She likes,
Okay,
well,
I
yeah.
got tea.
Yeah.
I got tea to spill.
Because she's
So
funny.
it's kind of gossip.
Because she's funny.
Because she's so
Very funny.
cute.
Yeah.
Okay,
She
good.
is.
So now we're down to 98, Jen. Right?
Boom.
that. You
We're
guys
almost
are
done.
knocking them
This is
down.
going fast.
This is going way
we might
fast.
get through 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's looking
Go ahead.
good. Okay, this one's really serious, though.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to shift the tone a little bit.
Oh, shifting
Okay.
the tone.
Okay.
Ooh.
Tone shift.
Park the car.
Okay.
Speaking of car,
Yeah.
have you ever been pulled over by a cop?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Let me take that one first.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
We were driving
This
one
is
time.
this is a friendship flashback.
This is.
a real one, not a fake one.
This is a real friendship flashback.
Flew flew to Albuquerque, New Mexico years ago. I mean, this was in the very, very beginning of Skit Guys. We may not have been called the Skit Guys yet. I
No.
mean, that's how old this story is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just came back from California.
moved back from
and it
California.
was, hey,
Yeah.
we're getting calls. Do you want to go out on the road and
Yeah.
do some stuff?
Yeah.
So even our rekindling of our friendship
Yeah, it was new.
was very new.
Because you got to know. Here's what you should know about. I think both of us, like, we genuinely love each other. But when you lived in California and I lived in Texas, it's not like we were on the phone. Like, I mean, we could count on one hand probably the number of times we spoke.
Right.
Right.
And when we did, it was.
When we did, it was like
good.
brothers getting back together.
Right.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So anyway, you've moved to Texas, and we fly to Albuquerque, and we get a rental car. Eddie's driving the rental car, and oh gosh, I'll never forget this moment as long as I live. We're driving, and I would say this is probably true. You probably drive faster than I do normally. You know, so we're driving, and highway patrolman pulls Eddie over, and no big deal. It happens, right? And I'm sitting in the passenger seat.
Probably still have a California license.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He says, license registration, please. You know, and so Eddie gives him his license, and the highway patrolman goes back to his car. We're sitting there. I'm feeling bad for my buddy. I mean, nobody wants to get pulled over, whatever, you know. And so the highway patrolman comes back, and we're sitting there. I'm in the passenger seat, and this is what the highway patrolman says. Mr. James, you realize there's a warrant out for your arrest? And now I'm going, what's he done? Has he murdered someone? Why is there a warrant out for his arrest?
But he didn't go, get out of the car, step out of the car.
Not at all. And it just, Eddie had a parking ticket he hadn't paid. I mean, that's what it was. But it's like, what's happened over the past 7 years that I'm unaware of? And why is he on the lam?
Yeah. Yep. And I ran a stop sign when I lived in California.
Come
late
on, fella.
Late at night. Yep. And I didn't pay it before I left.
Was that when you worked at the...
Blockbuster?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I quit my church job and really burnt out. Big old church. And then I just worked at a Blockbuster
But
for about 6 months.
But I think that's also when you were writing the TV shows that or movies that teach, right?
Videos That Teach.
Yeah.
Came out of.
Yeah, working at the Blockbuster, right?
It came out like meaning probably once I moved to Texas. Somebody came up talking to me about a situation. I thought of, oh, that's like a video clip in this movie, and then it was like, oh my goodness, I could think of 100 video
I
clips.
know all of these movies.
And I know how to get myself around a Blockbuster. I'm
Right.
going there now. I'm going
Yeah.
to pitch a book. But yeah, I rolled a stop sign about 1 a.m. after working at Blockbuster.
You did a California roll in California.
And then I just thought, I just need to get to a place where I can earn enough money, and then I'll pay for this ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll tell a story on myself. This is probably one of my favorite ones. I could tell a few stories. I'd love to say that I couldn't. But my favorite one, I was driving to, we were going to do a show. And
you and me?
in Altus, Oklahoma. You were going to meet me there. Hudson was little. He was in a car seat in the back of my pickup. And Angie and Abby are following behind me. And we're driving down the highway, probably running late. And all of a sudden, I see this highway patrolman pull Angie over. Well, she's just keeping up with me, right? Like,
Right,
I mean,
sure.
I'm the pace car.
Sure.
And so I pull over, she pulls over, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm feeling kind of bad, but it's kind of funny that she got pulled over and it wasn't me. But I see the highway patrolman talk to her, you know, and then he walks, big old guy too, walks up and says, license and registration, please.
To you.
To me. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, you know. So
Are you in front or are
I'm
you
in
behind?
front. I'm the lead
So you're
car.
looking in the rearview mirror,
Yeah.
and then you see him walk up.
I just think she's gonna get the ticket, and it's my fault, but okay. And so he walks up and he goes, license and registration, please. And I was like, okay. And he looks at it for a minute and he goes, I guess you're in a hurry to get to church, huh? Huh? You a skit guy?
Oh, no way.
Which I never would have said that at all, right? Well, I think you're coming to my church tonight.
Oh, no way.
I was like, ah!
That's
and so he
awesome.
goes, I'll be right back. And so he comes back, gave Angie a warning, gave me a warning. He says, can't wait to see you tonight. You know?
Oh,
So yeah, that was
that's
pretty
awesome.
nice. Yeah. That
Okay.
wasn't too bad.
I may have told this story. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I was a youth minister in California, in said California, at the big church, and I loved to watch television. Have I told
yeah.
this story, Jen?
I
So,
don't recognize
I don't know it so far.
so it was Wednesday night, and that was
So far, you've said you've worked at a church and love to watch television. You have told that before.
But Wednesday nights were, and all we had was VCRs at the time, right? So Wednesday nights were big nights as far as Dharma and Greg, different things like that, right? Law and Order, the whole bit. So
Important shows.
I got to get home.
You can't go online and watch them later.
Got to get home.
Right?
There's no online.
Right?
It's my VCR.
There's no online.
I gotta get home. So I'm booking it home, trying to get home, decent hour after being with the kids at the church job, and a cop pulls me over, and I'm like, and I mean, you don't make a lot of money, even at the big church.
Right.
I didn't make a lot of money.
It's about the experience.
And I like to fast forward the tape a little bit to go, oh no, this is a ticket. I don't have money for a ticket, right? Kind of like I did
Apparently
with that,
not,
right?
yeah, apparently
totally,
not.
Yeah, two totally
Yeah.
separate ones, right? But still at that point, don't have
Right.
money for that either. I need to get some money so I can pay for the ticket.
Right.
So, cop comes up and he's like, license registration, please. Do you know how fast you're going? And go, I do.
You said I do?
Yes, I do
You
know how
never were
fast I
supposed to
was
admit
going.
it.
Well, I do, and sir, I am so sorry. I work at the blah blah church, and I'm leaning way into it. I'm 24, 23 years old. I work at blah blah church down the street, and I've got a youth worker that's having a baby.
No, you did not.
And I'm pointing this way because I know the hospital's that way.
No, you did not.
He goes, I go to that church. I've seen you before. You do skits there. I go, yes, sir. I am just, yeah. Enneagram 3, deceit, right? And I go, oh, yeah. Thinking, off you go, sir. Have a good night. Dharma and Greg is right around the corner. Let me drive you there. I'll take you there. I'm like,
So what happened?
I'm in an escorted to the hospital to fulfill the lie that I've told.
You're definitely gonna miss Dharma and Greg
I'm
now.
missing everything.
Oh,
I feel horrible. Like my guilt, guilt is if you do something immoral or illegal. I've hit both of them, right? I've hit
That is
just the.
so great.
So he takes me. And the drive from where I'm off on Marguerite Road or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
I've got about 10 miles of just following this cop car, just like,
Does he have his lights on?
oh yeah, the whole bit. I got the girl's my youth worker's pregnant and gonna have a baby, and I'm fast forwarding the tape just like I did, going, well, I can't pay a ticket, so
That's
now
so
I'm
funny.
now I'm
That's
fast forwarding the
fantastic.
tape, going, what if he wants to come in? What if he wants to shake
That
her
would be the
hand?
best.
What if he wants to escort me in?
If he would have stopped, parked his car, and gone, come on, who are we going to see?
Oh, I'm thinking of all of it, going, okay, oh, it's at a different hospital. Like the lie is just going to
Oh, my goodness.
beget.
Oh my goodness.
But we pull in, he pulls up, I pull up right where, you go in,
Yeah.
and he waves away.
No
and I pull
way.
in there, and I am just shaking, sweating. My back is all sweaty. I'm just sitting in that hospital parking lot going, oh, God, I'll never lie again. I'm so sorry, God.
And you didn't.
Never again.
It
So
was
anyway.
the last lie I told until now.
So yeah, that's my story.
What would have been the best is seeing you sitting in the emergency room, waiting room, watching Dharma and Greg on the TV.
I gotta get there.
Okay, so I know we need to do other questions, but that made me think of another story. When I was in college,
Yeah.
I was working at the church, and I can't remember who it was, but like there was somebody that I went to school with, and we both had expired. Oh gosh, what's the thing you have to get on your car to make sure it all works? Inspection stickers.
Yeah.
We both had expired, and so we started this game of who could go with the longest expired deal on our
So
car,
month
right?
after month?
Yeah, month after month. It's like who can go
Wow.
the longest, right? And
Without getting caught.
Without getting caught. Yeah. And so I'm driving, and at some point, this policeman, a city policeman, pulls me over, and he comes out and he goes, "Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?" And I said, "No, you know." Your inspection sticker is about 8 months out.
8
Yeah.
8 months old.
And I'm thinking, well, I won. I just lost the game. But like, I'm like, oh, I did not notice that.
Lie.
I know. Exactly. And so I give him my license and my registration. And he says, "Mr. Woodard, what do you do for a living?"
Oh no.
No, I'm thinking, fantastic. Oh, I'm a youth pastor.
It's a hard knock life.
Work with teenagers.
Hard knock
You
life.
know, I try to encourage them. He looks at my license for a second. And he goes, "I guess you ought to set a better example for him, huh?"
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Singer.
Got a big ticket. Yeah.
Singer.
And
Come on,
deserved it.
fella.
Come
Come
on,
on, fella. Guess you ought to set a better example for him.
Real quick, with my family, this was maybe 3 years ago. With my family,
Hey, by the way,
yeah.
we have way too many of these stories.
I go fast.
I know you do.
I go fast. I have a thing on my phone right now. I got a phone because I want to save money on insurance, and it's called IntelliDrive.
No.
Let me tell you what my let's see here.
No way you did that.
Acceleration is a C+ right now. Did it change?
But you've got 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, well, but yeah,
that's
it's that
good.
acceleration part right there. And I could lie and say I was a passenger, and then it would go up to a B. So
Now
anyway,
you can't.
Now I can't. But 3 years ago,
I bet it's a C+ because you have been a passenger with people who excel slower.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
You're probably right. 3 years ago, get pulled over in my hometown. Got my kids. Maybe it was like 5 years ago. They were littler. They weren't teenagers at all. Wife, kids get pulled over. License registration. He takes it back. He comes forward, and for whatever reason, and I really was praying, like, Lord. I guess my prayer is always the same. No matter how much money I have, my prayer is still the same. Lord, I really don't want my insurance to go up, but I really don't want to pay this ticket. So it doesn't matter what stage of life I'm in. I still don't want to pay, and I don't want my insurance to go up. So I prayed, Lord, I don't know. He comes back, and he goes, all right, I'm going to let you have a warning. And I'm just like, thank you, Jesus, right? And he looks in the car and he sees my kids, he sees my wife, and he hands me my driver's license, my insurance. Is like,
Yeah.
thinking you set a better example for these ladies in this car. He walks off. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm pulled away. I look in my rearview mirror, and I think like both my girls are in their little kid seats.
Yeah.
So they may have been younger, but.
Yeah.
They're both crying, Dad, you don't set a good example. like they were questioning my fatherhoodness of everything. You guys, the cop doesn't like you. You gotta set a better example.
We're going to go to jail.
Yeah, I mean, no telling what their little minds are thinking when a cop says that. Like,
Well.
yeah,
And now your daughter's a gossip. See?
spilling tea.
See what happens?
Spilling tea.
Jen, we've shared 1 billion times. Have you been pulled
Wow.
over?
I have.
I knew it.
Yes.
Spill the tea.
The funny
Jen.
thing is,
On
at first
yourself.
I was like, I could only think of this one that was several years ago, like before I was a mom and I still lived in San Diego. And then I just thought of another one that was more recent.
Yeah.
But the one in San Diego is a better story.
Tell it.
Tell it.
So it was my birthday,
Ah.
and I was driving to a yoga class. And I thought, what better way to have
Something I've never been able to say.
Neither have I.
I'm close to it. I've said I was driving to a yogurt place.
just a little different. So there was like a back road to get to the yoga studio, and they had just recently put up one of those signs that said like between 7 and 9 a.m. you can't turn right there, and like between another time period during the day.
You shouldn't be able to change the rules.
Yeah. So I was on the phone with my stepdad who was wishing me a happy birthday,
Sure.
and I turned right.
Yeah.
And there was a cop there who literally had like a line of cars that he had stopped.
No.
And he just pointed at me and like pointed to the shoulder. And I pulled over. To which later many people have said, why did you even pull over? He already had like 5 cars stopped. He wasn't going to get in his car and
He
chase
was
you."
fishing in a barrel.
But I'm not a 3, so I'm not trying to be all deceitful.
Right.
3.
Right. You weren't going to play that room, were you?
No,
Right?
no.
You're going to just do what
So-
you need to do.
I had to hang
What
up
are
with
you,
my
6?
dad. Nope. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
had to say, sorry, Dad, I got to go. I'm getting a ticket.
Oh, happy birthday.
Did you get a ticket on your
I
birthday?
did.
Oh,
you
Like
know
it was
he
legit
did.
my birthday, and he
Yeah.
still gave
He's
me a
looking at-
ticket. And I was like, you guys just put the sign up. Like I forgot
Yeah.
that it was the new rule.
He didn't care.
matter.
this is how you learn.
He didn't
And then,
care.
by the time I was done, I was late for yoga. There was no point in going.
So you went to a yogurt place instead.
I just went for yogurt.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
You
I
know
would
what
have
I'm
done.
always afraid of, like yoga? Like, I would be afraid that I would toot. like I'd be afraid doing the stretches, do it like, because there would be a masculine question of like, okay, how can I stretch and do this to where I look manly, you
Right.
know? And how can I do it where I don't look like I'm hurting? But
Yeah.
then I would be really afraid. All of that would be out the water because I would really be going, I don't want to toot.
I'm not afraid of that. I know I would.
There's actually a pose called, like, I think they call it the wind pose.
No.
And it's legit, like yours. I've said legit like twice in the
That's
last
legit.
minute. I'm sorry.
You're legit.
Legit.
Wrong.
Too legit to quit.
Come on, fella.
Anyway,
Get bigger vocabulary. Come on.
Come
you
on.
pull your knees up into your stomach,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
it squeezes all of your intestinal area.
I think I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
Get some,
Yeah,
Try that one
see what you
tonight and
can
see what
do.
happens.
love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
In the comfort of your own home.
No, I'd do it publicly.
No.
Those are good questions.
Great questions.
Wow, we've managed to get through 3.
See?
Pretty good.
Audience, this is why you listen to the Skid Guys podcast.
Right?
Because we can take 100 questions and just do 3 of them.
And apparently we break the law on a regular basis.
Apparently, we've told some stories.
So, from 2, what I guess should be convicts.
Felons.
That's us. We're felons. Mm-hmm. Well, you're actually a guy who
Come on, felon.
Come on, felon.
an arrest warrant.
Yeah, I got that going for me.
Yeah, you do.
Got that going for me. My kids could have heard that story.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy.
There's
That'd be the end of it.
There'd be no more dad strings
No,
left, right?
no dad
I don't
string.
want to
You
listen
can't-
to
Now
Dad.
they can
You
hear
can't
it.
overcome
Oh,
that.
that's true.
Oh, man. Good thing they don't listen to our podcast.
We aren't that interesting to them.
Good thing other than my mom, nobody listens to this.
There's at least 12 audience members that are listening right now.
I meant it related to us.
Oh, related.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got
And my mom, I don't think she knows how to work podcasts, so I think we're okay.
What are you excited about Easter, Jen? Tommy, y'all excited about Easter?
Well, you sound like a bad Christian if you say no.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? No, not real excited about celebrating the resurrection this year. But yeah, I love Easter.
Yeah.
I love it. It's I mean, it's fantastic. It's I mean, you know, every Sunday we celebrate it, but Easter's just special. And yeah, we always get to spend time with family. I love that part of it too.
Ham. There's always
Love
a
ham. I
There's always a
love
ham on
ham.
Easter.
Ham, yes.
Yeah.
Deviled eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of an oxymoron, huh?
Right?
Right?
Exactly. Never
Dichotomy.
thought about that.
Flipping the script a little bit, right?
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Good.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm excited.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like Easter.
You got any big Easter plans?
Well, we're going to go to the mall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
we are going to grab some rope.
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna go to that Easter bunny that takes pictures.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna wrap him up.
Come on,
we're gonna
fella.
tie him
You're
up.
just going to shut it down.
We're gonna shut it down.
Yeah.
We're like, this this isn't right.
It's like, this is Sparta! And then you're going to kick the Easter Bunny into that.
Kick his chair over at
I
least.
love it.
Yeah,
buddy.
let those little bunny costume toes,
Buddy.
feet, just fly off.
Fella, that just sounds very Christian.
Doesn't it though?
And like you're going to have another arrest warrant.
Did you know when I was younger at that church trying to make extra money?
Yeah.
I was I was a mall Easter bunny.
Really?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was money. I don't really know. It was very cute. Like you had people, they were so little kids just sitting on your lap
Yeah.
and just, looking at the Easter bunny thinking it's so real.
What do little kids say to the Easter Bunny?
That's a good question.
It's a lot like I was also Santa Claus. I did both. I did both for money. At the mall, Laguna Hills Mall in California. And I did so well, they asked me back.
Fantastic.
It
Could
was
you
a
give
gig.
us like the years that happened? So if anybody actually took a picture with
that
the
would
Easter
be
Bunny or
fantastic.
the
Or Santa.
during that window, they might be able to.
So great.
It was probably around, I would say, 1992.
Really?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
22 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so as Santa, I really had to,
Had to work it, right?
because my face is like, very youthish at 22. So, but yeah, with the Easter Bunny, yeah, it was a lot like Santa Claus.
But you didn't talk, right? As the Easter Bunny?
No, you couldn't
Yeah.
say a word.
Yeah.
No. But what's funny too, kids would pet you.
Yeah.
The costume, like they just wanted to pet the bunny, So there was a lot of just, hi Easter Bunny,
You can't see this, but he's actually
I'm
rubbing
petting
his
my
arm. He's
arm,
petting
like-
his arm.
because yeah. So anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fantastic.
I'm gonna take it back.
You're taking it
Taking
back.
Easter back. I know what that entails. So we're gonna wrap up that Easter Bunny. So yeah. So what are you
sounds
gonna do,
fun.
Jen, for Easter?
Well, we don't have any family near us, so we'll probably end up with friends. But I'm kind of looking forward to it because we go to a different church now, and so this will be our first Easter at that church. So I don't
nice.
really know what to expect.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Get to kind of just get to be a part
I never
of it all.
thought about that. That is true. Like I'm always working at a church.
I am too, yeah.
But like to go to a different church and experience these holidays
Yeah.
differently, that's really cool.
Yeah, we do 5 services for Easter.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm always working, so
That's a lot.
I don't even know what that would be like to just sit and enjoy it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Woe is us.
Woe is us.
Yeah.
Woe's us.
Yeah.
But I will say this.
Yeah.
What I love, and not that we're not reminded about this throughout the year, but it's always a beautiful thing to just sit and while it's so dominant as far as what Jesus did for us.
Yeah.
Dying on the cross, raising again, not raising again, but raising 3
Right.
days. All of that, just hearing it, you go, wow, this is what I said yes to.
Yeah.
This is from when I was a senior in high school when you invited me to church to today.
Yeah.
This is what I'm about. This is what I live for. This is everything.
And it changes everything.
It changes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's really true. And I think, too, like sometimes there's a lot of grief, but isn't it fantastic that there's folks every Easter that may be the only time they come to church, but they're there.
They're there.
You know?
They hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's fantastic.
And that's what we
Easter's
get
going to
to
be
do.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it.
Too.
I love it.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Love it.
What else? What else we got?
Well, I probably need to let our audience go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know the social etiquette to getting out of a situation is to say we need to let these good people go. Like if you're at a house, if you're talking and
Yeah.
it's just they're blathering,
Right.
you just go, you know what? We need to let these fine people go. They need to get on with their life, or they need to get on. They need to get on with what they
That
do.
sounds patronizing.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Social etiquette.
I have an uncle that would go put his pajamas on.
Would he really?
For real.
Like that's his
I
deal.
want to be that.
He's
person.
done.
Yeah.
He's done?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, we need to let these fine audience members go.
I was at somebody's house in the afternoon one time after lunch, and they said, I'm going to take a nap. Feel free to stick around.
Yeah, but
I'll
I'm
talk
done.
to you after I get up.
I love that.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
I wish I could be more like that.
I think I do want to ask that we get our audience members to continue to pray for us as we get closer and closer to filming the movie.
That's good. Yep, that's good.
So, audience, you're a part of this journey with us. So, please be praying for us.
The movie's called Family Camp. If you're just joining our podcast and you're a member of our audience, you're a new member. There is a episode 140, I think it's called, the one where we talk about the movie.
Right.
If you want to hear more about the movie and what we're doing, you can totally listen to that. If you've already listened to it, what Tommy said is right on. Be praying for us. We got lines to memorize.
A lot of lines to memorize.
We're in the middle of casting these characters, and there's a lot of back and forth on that kind of stuff. So with the studio and them asking us questions and all that.
Yeah, this is I think we've used this before, but it's really true. Just the biggest mountain we've ever climbed.
Yeah.
And it's, the higher you get, the air's getting thin and it's getting tough.
Well, we don't know what we're doing.
We don't have a clue.
We're learning a whole bunch.
Yeah.
A whole new set of paradigm shifts and ways to think about things. So.
Yeah. And pray for the movie's called Family Camp, but pray for our families as this is taxing. It takes a lot of time. Our families are all on board, but there's going to be a long period there where it's really hard to be dads and husbands while we're filming. So please pray for them also.
And I would say, along with that, as far as audience vulnerability, we've probably experienced more spiritual warfare than we ever have.
Yeah.
Like you hear that word, and then you experience some things that you go, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that just doesn't seem like a coincidence, or that's okay.
Or it's never happened before.
Never happened before.
Yeah.
So be praying for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On all of those boards, we appreciate your prayers. We need them.
Well, I guess that's our cue.
Hey, that's a good way to waste 50 minutes of your life right here.
Come on, fella.
Can't get that back.
Come on, fella. Well, we love you, audience. We'll talk to you later.
Have a great Easter.
Great Easter.
Yeah.
Great month of April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jen, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You did a fantastic job of coordinating this podcast.
I love the questions.
Happy to
The
do
questions
it.
are great.
Maybe
a lot
we
of
should-
fun.
Maybe we should do more.
I've got a few more,
Okay.
Okay.
She's got about 97 more when she says that to you.
approximately.
I can't wait. All right. Well, buddy, I love you.
Love you.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Podience, it's Jen, the producer here. Thanks for sticking with us through that episode. A couple of quick reminders for you before the theme song comes on to end this podcast. First, don't forget that you can follow Tommy and Eddie on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook by searching for @SkitGuys. And you can watch tons of videos, including their improv series on YouTube, Ask Tommy and Eddie, if you go over to youtube.com/SkitGuys. And one more thing. If you like the Skit Guys podcast, why not stop over at iTunes, give it all the stars, and a clever review? That'll help me keep my job if the guys feel like you all love the podcast. Thanks a ton, and now for that closing music.
The Skit Guys podcast is brought to you by skitguys.com, where you can always watch their videos for free and peruse all things Skit Guys. Tune in next week for another thrilling episode of the Skit Guys podcast. Until then, live long and lie prostrate.